The first 5 minutes after waking up can change everything after 60. Did you know that what you do in the first 5 minutes after waking up can add years to your life? As we get older, mornings aren't just a beginning, they're an opportunity. A chance to reset what feels anxious, loosen what feels tight, and prepare your mind and body for a day of clarity and peace. But most people rush out of bed or sit in silence, missing the power of this moment. In this video, you'll learn 6 science-backed morning habits, each just a minute or two long, that can transform your health, balance, mood, and longevity. Whether you're in your 60s, 70s, or 80s, and waking up stiff, tired, or emotionally flat, this quiet morning ritual might be the gentle solution you've been missing. Section 1. Gentle ankle and wrist circles. The first signal to your body. It's time to wake up, safely. Let's start with something so simple, so quiet, that most people ignore it completely. Gentle ankle and wrist circles. Before you even sit up in bed, slowly begin to rotate your ankles and wrists. Start clockwise. Then go counterclockwise.
Take your time. There's no rush. Feel the motion.
Notice any stiffness, any resistance. That's your body saying, "Thank you for not forgetting me." Why this tiny movement matters, especially after 60. When we sleep, we're still for 6 to 8 hours. That's a long time. During that stillness, blood flow slows, especially in the lower limbs. Joints and tendons stiffen, particularly if arthritis is present. The vestibular system in your inner ear, which controls balance, hasn't fully woken up. And your nervous system is still transitioning from sleep mode. This moment, right when you wake up, is when your body is most vulnerable, and most in need of a gentle, mindful wake-up. That's where this habit comes in. By doing ankle and wrist circles, you stimulate proprioceptors, tiny sensors in your joints that tell your brain where your body is in space. This sensory feedback is crucial. It's what helps prevent falls, missteps, and that sudden dizzy feeling when you try to stand. Falls don't start with weak legs, they start with sleepy joints. And here's something not many people know. Most falls in older adults don't happen because they're not strong. They happen because their body forgot how to listen to itself. Gentle, slow joint movement like this restores that body awareness. It gives your brain the message, "I'm awake. I know where I am. I'm safe to stand." Emotional benefits you might not expect. It's not just physical. This tiny motion, these circles, send a signal to your mind too. You are still in control. For anyone who wakes up feeling anxious, unsteady, or even sad, this one small action can be incredibly grounding. It brings a sense of calm, a rhythm, a small, quiet victory before the day has even begun. Think of it as a warm handshake with your own body.
Real life story. Sharon, age 74. Sharon used to wake up stiff and dizzy almost every morning.
She said it felt like the world was spinning when she tried to stand up, so she'd sit on the edge of her bed and wait, afraid to move. Her physical therapist taught her this exact practice, ankle and wrist circles, right in bed. 2 weeks later, everything changed. No more dizziness.
No more hesitation. No more grabbing for the wall.
She said, "I feel like I greet the day now, instead of bracing for it." That's the shift we're after here. Key takeaway.
Do this before your feet touch the floor. Repeat for 30-60 seconds. Let it be slow. Let it be intentional.
It's not about exercise. It's about activation. It's about reminding yourself, even in your 70s, your 80s, or beyond, your body still works. You are still here. And you are still in charge. Let's begin with something incredibly simple, but deeply powerful. Gentle ankle and wrist circles. Right after waking up, before sitting up or standing, just lie there and slowly begin to move your ankles and wrists. Start by rotating them in a circular motion, first clockwise, then counterclockwise. You might not think much of this at first. It seems too basic. But this 1-minute habit has remarkable effects, especially as we age. Here's what happens during sleep. Blood flow slows, especially in the lower parts of the body. Joints become stiff. Muscles go quiet. And your balance system, especially the one inside your inner ear, hasn't fully woken up yet. If you jump out of bed too quickly, your body isn't ready. That's when accidents happen. Most falls in older adults don't come from weak muscles. They come from poor coordination, from the body not knowing exactly where it is in space. These simple ankle and wrist circles wake up that internal GPS. They get blood moving, reactivate your nervous system, and prepare your brain to trust your body again. It's not about exercise. It's about awareness. It's about making your first movements intentional instead of reactive. There's also something deeper here: emotional reassurance. This small act sends a clear signal to your brain. I'm in control.
My body still listens. Y still move. Y still matter.
Sharon, a 74-year-old woman we spoke with, used to wake up every day feeling dizzy and off balance. Her mornings began with fear. A therapist showed her this simple practice. Within 2 weeks, her routine changed completely.
No more hesitation. No more grabbing for the wall.
She said, "Now I greet the day instead of bracing for it." And that's the kind of quiet power we're talking about. Just a few gentle circles to tell your body, your balance, and your mind, you are safe.
You are steady.
You are starting your day with purpose.
Before your feet even touch the floor, pause.
Take a moment to breathe. Not the shallow kind we do without thinking, but 5 slow, deep breaths. Inhale gently through your nose. Feel your lungs expand. Then exhale fully through your mouth. Let it go. Repeat this 5 times. Calm, slow, present. You might wonder, what can breathing possibly change? The answer is everything. As we age, our lungs naturally lose elasticity. Blood vessels don't deliver oxygen as efficiently. And first thing in the morning, our nervous system can wake up in fight or flight mode, making us feel uneasy, jittery, or flat, without even knowing why. Deep breathing is the reset button. It activates your vagus nerve, a powerful internal switch that calms the heart, lowers blood pressure, and tells your body, you're safe. In just 5 breaths, your body begins to shift from tension to ease, from survival to stability. It's like giving your brain a gentle reminder. There's no emergency.
You're okay.
Let's move into the day with peace. This kind of breathing also supports your joints and muscles by increasing oxygen flow. That helps reduce stiffness and makes movement smoother. You're not just breathing, you're nourishing your entire system. George, 78, shared something powerful with us. For years, he woke up every morning with tightness in his chest. No reason, no diagnosis, just a racing heart and a strange sense that something was wrong. Then a nurse taught him this breathing technique. Now, he says, it's like I stretch my soul before I stretch my legs. That's the magic of breath.
It's invisible.
It costs nothing. But it has the power to change your whole morning, and in time, your whole life.
So tomorrow, when your eyes open, don't rush.
Don't reach for your phone.
Start with your breath. Use 5 slow inhales and 5 slow exhales.
Let that be your first decision of the day. To begin with calm. Once you've breathed, now it's time to move, gently.
Still lying or sitting in bed, invite your body to wake up with you. Not a workout.
Not yoga. Just gentle, respectful movement. Start with your neck. Slowly tilt your head to the right. Hold for a few seconds. Then to the left. Feel the stretch along the side. Now roll your shoulders, back, then forward.
Let tension melt.
Lift your arms up overhead like you're welcoming the day. Then extend them outward, as if you're offering yourself to the world again. Pull one knee toward your chest, then the other. Circle your ankles a couple of times. Breathe while you stretch. These small, simple movements may not look like much, but they are your first line of defense against pain, dizziness, or even falls. When we sleep, our spinal discs swell slightly.
Joints stiffen. Muscles power down.
And the body, especially if it's dealing with arthritis or chronic inflammation, needs help waking up. Too many people over 70 get hurt within the first hour of waking, because they go from lying still to standing fast.
The body's not ready. The brain's still catching up. And suddenly, a stumble.
A strain. Or worse. But when you stretch gently in bed, you're pumping fresh blood into your muscles. You're giving your joints a moment to re-lubricate.
You're re-waking up your nervous system, without a jolt.
There's also something deeply emotional about it. Every stretch is a message.
I'm still here. Y still move. Y still matter. Eleanor, 81, who said to dread getting out of bed.
Her body felt like a rusted machine. Slow, achy, resistant. Then her physical therapist gave her a simple 5-minute stretch routine, right in bed. Now, she says, it's like my body thanks me for not giving up on it. And isn't that the relationship we all want with our body as we age? Not to force it. Not to punish it. But to say gently, I'm still with you.
Let's rise together. So tomorrow morning, take 2 or 3 minutes before standing up. Stretch slowly. Breathe deeply.
No one is timing you.
This moment belongs to you.
Now that your body is awake, give it something it quietly craves, a glass of warm water. Not cold. Not with lemon or honey.
Just plain, warm water.
Within the first 10 minutes of waking, this one simple act can spark a gentle but powerful shift inside your body. Think about it. You've just gone 6 to 8 hours without drinking anything. That's a long fast for your cells, your organs, and your brain.
You might not feel thirsty when you wake up.
But that doesn't mean you're hydrated. And mild dehydration, especially in older adults, hides behind symptoms like
morning fatigue,
brain fog,
constipation, joint stiffness,
even headaches. Many people wake up and go straight for coffee or tea. But caffeine, especially first thing, actually pulls more water out of your body. That can make those symptoms worse, not better. Now here's the part most people don't know. Warm water specifically helps melt your digestive system awake. It softens your tissues, encourages natural bowel movement,
stimulates bile flow,
and helps your kidneys and liver, the body's nighttime cleaning crew, finish flushing out toxins. It's also a gentle way to reawaken your nervous system without a jolt. No rush. No caffeine spike.
No stress hormones.
In many Eastern and Mediterranean cultures, this isn't a wellness trend, it's a tradition. Older adults start their day with warm water not because it's trendy, but because it works. It keeps their digestion moving, their circulation flowing, and their mornings calm. Walter, 76, had a morning routine filled with bloating, headaches, and general discomfort. His doctor couldn't find anything wrong. Then he added 1 cup of warm water to his morning. Within 2 weeks, he said, I was skeptical, but it's like my insides just started working better. There's something symbolic about it too. Before you put anything else into your body, coffee, breakfast, news, even thoughts, you start with something neutral.
Something kind. Something nourishing.
It's like telling your body, let's begin gently. We're not rushing.
We're waking up with care. So tomorrow morning, try it. 1 warm glass.
Let that be your first sip of the day. And notice how your body responds, not just in that moment, but for the rest of the day. Now that you've hydrated, let's stand. But not to rush into the day. Just take 3 quiet minutes to stretch, deliberately, slowly, and with kindness.
You don't need a gym. You don't need workout clothes.
You don't even need to leave your bedroom. What you do need is movement that wakes up your circulation. While you sleep, your blood flow slows down. For older adults, that can mean waking up with stiff knees, a tight back or neck,
cold hands or feet.
Even a little dizziness when standing up. This happens because blood tends to pool in the lower parts of the body, and your cardiovascular system hasn't ramped up yet. So what do? Just move gently.
Roll your shoulders. Raise your arms above your head. Do a slow twist side to side.
Bend and touch your knees, or reach for your toes if you can. Circle your hips a few times. Lift your heels, roll your ankles. Nothing extreme, just enough to get the blood flowing. Here's the hidden power in this. These movements stimulate your lymphatic system, your body's internal drainage network. The lymph system doesn't have a pump like your heart. It depends entirely on muscle movement to flush out waste, fight inflammation, and support immune health. So when you stretch in the morning, you're not just loosening up. You're literally clearing out toxins that built up overnight. You're also reawakening your mobility, the ability to move freely and confidently. And that confidence is priceless. Because joints like your shoulders, hips, wrists, and ankles are the first to stiffen with age. They're also the first to cause problems when ignored. But just a few minutes of mindful stretching every morning can make the difference between feeling 10 years older and feeling like yourself again. Judy, a 71-year-old widow from Michigan, told us something beautiful. She started with a simple 5-minute stretch each morning. Arms up.
Touch your toes. Twist side to side. Breathe deep.
And within weeks, she said, I stopped feeling like an old machine cranking to life. I felt present. Like I still owned my body. And that's what this is really about. Not about becoming flexible. Not about doing a perfect pose. It's about saying to yourself, today, I'm not just surviving, I'm participating.
So tomorrow, before you reach for breakfast, before the news, before the noise.
Take those 3 minutes to move gently, breathe deeply, and reconnect with the body that's carried you this far. Before the phone. Before the news. Before the list of things to do, pause.
Just for a minute.
This final morning habit might not look like much from the outside, but inside, it can shift your entire day. Take 1 quiet minute to sit or lie still. Place your hand on your chest if that feels comforting. Close your eyes, breathe gently, and ask yourself a simple question. What do I want today to feel like? Not what do I have to do today? Not what's on the calendar. But how do I want this day to feel? Peaceful. Connected. Unhurried. Joyful. Whatever your answer is, that intention becomes your internal compass. A quiet reminder that you have a say in how the day unfolds. Because here's what most people do. They wake up and immediately hand over their attention. To messages. To weather. To headlines. To worries that aren't even theirs. And when that happens, your brain goes straight into reaction mode. You spend the day responding to things instead of choosing how you want to show up. But this 1 minute, this quiet moment of reflection, brings it all back to you. It puts you in the center of your own day again. It reminds you that you're not just going through the motions. You're still allowed to choose joy, calm, purpose, even in the smallest ways. This simple act is backed by real science too. Studies have shown that even 60 seconds of intention setting in the morning can
lower cortisol, your main stress hormone.
Improve emotional regulation. Enhance resilience. And increase your sense of control, especially in older adults. And it doesn't have to be complicated.
Maybe your intention is.
Today, I'll move slowly and kindly. Or, I'll call someone I love. Or, I'll allow myself to rest without guilt. Tom, an 82-year-old retired farmer, shared something touching. After his wife passed, mornings were the hardest. He said, I stopped starting my day with silence and dread. Now I start with a question and a whisper of hope. That's what this is about. Peace in older age isn't something we stumble into. It's something we plant, every morning, before the world has a chance to trample it.
So tomorrow, give yourself that minute. Don't just dive into the day. Pause. Ask yourself what you want to feel.
And let that answer quietly guide your choices, your rhythm, your presence, all day long.
Let's take a moment to bring it all together.
What you do in the first 5 minutes after waking up can shape not only your day, but your long-term health, your emotional balance, and your sense of self. It doesn't take hours. It doesn't require effort or equipment. It just takes intention. These 6 small habits, done before you even put on your slippers, can quietly transform your mornings, your mindset, and maybe even the way you experience aging itself. Let's review them. Gentle ankle and wrist circles, to wake up your balance, circulation, and coordination. Deep breathing, to calm your nervous system and transition from rest to clarity. In-bed stretching, to loosen the body safely and remind yourself, you still move.
You still matter.
A warm glass of water, to hydrate your cells, support digestion, and begin your day with care. Gentle standing stretches, to stimulate blood flow, support your joints, and wake up your energy. Setting a morning intention, to reclaim your focus, protect your peace, and guide your emotional state. Each one is small. Each one is simple. But together, they create a morning ritual of renewal. You don't need to do them all perfectly. You don't need to check off a list. You just need to start. Even if it's with just one habit, one breath,
One stretch. One cup of warm water.
Because aging doesn't mean losing your power. It means learning how to use it more wisely. If you're in your 60s, 70s, 80s, or beyond, you've already made it through so much. And you deserve to start each day gently, not chaotically. With clarity, not confusion. With calm, not stress. You've earned that peace.
So tomorrow morning, don't rush into the noise. Pause.
Breathe. Stretch.
Sip.
Reflect. And let those first 5 minutes be your quiet reminder that you're still in charge. We'd love to hear from you. Which of these 6 habits resonated most with you? Or is there something else that brings calm to your mornings? Leave a comment below. Your stories inspire others more than you know. And if this video helped you, please consider liking it, subscribing, and sharing it with someone who might need a gentle start to their day too. Thank you for spending this time with us. Wishing you peace, strength, and presence, one morning at a time.
Let's pause and bring it all together.
What you choose to do in the first 5 minutes of your morning may seem small, but over time, it becomes one of the most powerful investments in your health, your clarity, and your peace of mind. These 6 habits don't require willpower, money, or equipment. They only ask for one thing: presence. A few wrist and ankle circles to wake up your balance. A few deep breaths to calm your nervous system. Gentle in-bed stretches to prepare your joints.
A glass of warm water to refresh your system.
Standing stretches to get your blood flowing. And a moment of intention to guide your day with purpose. Each one is simple, but together they tell your body and your mind,
you still matter. You're still in control.
And today is still yours to shape. You've lived enough years to know. Peace isn't found by accident. It's planted every morning, with small intentional choices. So tomorrow, as the light filters in and your eyes open, don't rush. Don't react. Choose. Choose calm. Choose movement. Choose to begin gently. And let that choice carry you into a day, and a life, that feels steady, clear, and yours. If this video spoke to you, please like it, subscribe, and leave a comment below. We'd love to know which of these 6 habits you plan to try, or if you've already experienced the quiet power of a mindful morning.
Your presence here matters.
Thank you for spending this time with us.